Very good morning, guys. Fine. So, last class, we have just been discussing about configuring a LINQ project, right? What we have done, we have added a OR designer. And after adding the OR designer, we configured our tables on the OR designer. So once you configure the tables automatically, it created you all the required classes. It has defined you the connection string. All these things happened automatically. Only thing left out now is we need to start writing the code. We need to start up writing some code now. Yeah, this is a visual representation of a table, and this is a config where connection string is implemented. And this is the designer.cs file where all our classes are defined. By default, we have a class called data context. And when we drag and drop out our student table, we have a class called student. And here, all these are the fields. First, they are declared. So what is the nullable int, They're nothing but int question mark. Int question mark here. But actually, it is internally declared as system.nullable of int. But that's way, without looking at here, if you look directly in the Solution Explorer, that will be visualized much more better way for you. See there. Int question mark. So wherever you see nullable, there is nothing but nullable int. So simply speaking, it is like an int question mark what we just have. Okay now. So everything is defined, all are ready. Now we can start implementing our logic. We can start implementing our logic now. Okay. So we'll see now how we are going to perform this one. Okay. Yeah. Already we have done with all these things. What happens when we drag and drop the first object? What happens when we drag and drop every table? All these steps I shown you. Okay, so today we will see how are we going to perform the CRUD operations. Guys, what I wanted to do is just watch. I want to add a controller. Same like in our previous example, I'm adding a student controller, add controller. Student controller. And I want to define all the 7 methods in the controller. What are the 7? Display students, display student, add student get, add student post, edit student, update student, delete student. I shown you all these 7 methods to you already in the previous example. Now also same. So let me give the structure for all the appropriate methods. We'll write the logic, but first let us define all. First method, add student. Public view result, display students. What is it? Display students. I'm going to write some logic here, but just basically giving the structure for it. Student int side. Next, add student. Next, add student. 2 parameters. Student. Oh, we still did not define that student. That's why we are getting the student is defined now. Model namespace is not important. Using MVC with LINQ dot models. Student. Second parameter. Clear. Next. Two more methods. Edit student. What is the parameter? Yes side. This one, update student. Update student parameters are same only. Finally, redirect to route result. What is it? Delete student. I'm not talking anything new, guys. I already taught you all these options to you earlier. So here where it has to navigate, redirect it to action. What is that action? Display students. We only prepared the templates. That's all. Actual logic is not yet implemented. Okay now? Fine. Now also we need this one, guys. What is that? Here I want for display student here, for display student, I just want to get the data. Okay, how I want to get the data? Only two options. Means if status is not passed, all the records. If status is passed, based on the status. Clear? And to do this, we need to write some queries now. Not a stored procedure. We need to write a query. What query? LINQ queries. We need to write the LINQ queries. And to write that particular code, afterwards we want to insert. For inserting, we have certain steps to insert. See, for inserting, we have certain steps. I'll tell you what. For updating, we have certain steps. For deleting, we have certain steps. Okay. So to do this, again, I'm writing all my code under DAL class. DAL class again, the same old story. Okay. What are you going to write? DAL class. So here in the models folder, let us add a new class. Let us name this new class as student DAL. Student DAL. Okay now? Well, guys, recollect your ADO.NET example. What did you do in the DAL class? In the DAL class here, we imported system.data, SQL client, and then we have implemented all the logic. Correct? Guys, we are not going to use any system.data or system.collections, none of these particular things here. Sorry, not system.data, system.data.SQL client. We're not going to use ADO.NET at all. Got me? We are not going to use ADO.NET at all. No ADO.NET in this particular place. What to do, sir? Actually, the first thing you require to do is you just require to write a query and fetch the data. You require to write a query and fetch the data. Okay, let us write one method with a name called as, on that day we written a method called select students, remember? Same like this, let us write a method. I think I named the methods as get students and get student. Yes, the first method name is get students and another method called get student. I have defined the methods with a different name, guys. Get students and get student. Okay, now, fine. Watch it carefully. Step 1, define a constructor. Define a constructor. And now, what do you need? You want a connection now. What is our connection I said yesterday? Array, what is your connection? MVC DB data context. MVC DB data context is your connection. MVC DB data context. Give some meaningful name for it. Something like context. I use the name as context on, I think. Yes. Okay. MVC DB data context. Next. Or otherwise, let's give a simple name. DC. MVC DB data context DC. Now, DC is equals to new MVC DB data context. Do you remember yesterday we saw in this class there are 4 constructors and all the 4 are parameterized. Here you're required to pass the connection string. How to pass? How did you do it in the last example? Same process. What are that? String constr is equals to configuration manager. Automatically imported the namespace on the top C. Dot connection strings of, write the connection string name. Dot connection string. What is the name of the connection string? Go to web.config file and check. This is the name, guys. MVC connection string. Got it? Now pass the constr. So what is the difference we noticed? We done the same thing in the previous example also. But in the previous example, we created connection class instance. But now data context class instance. It is a data context class instance. Now also same thing happens here. Whenever you create the instance, it will initialize the data context. Now let me write the required methods. First method is a select method to select the list of students, to select the list of students. Okay, guys, observe. Public list of student you don't have link to SQL, I did not install it. So guys, if you don't find link to SQL, you did not install it at the time of selection, because in the starting days, if you remember, when you're installing Visual Studio, what options to select I said to you. If you selected that, link to SQL will be there. If link to SQL is not there, don't panic. Go to Tools menu, get Tools and Features. Go to Individual Components. First, your .NET, right? Scroll down, you'll find Code Tools. You did not select that option at the time of installing. If you select this, you'll get link to SQL classes. Is that clear? So verify it is not selected on your machine. That's why you're not getting it. Just select it, you'll get it. Okay? Okay. Observe. So what should I do now? What should I do now? I just require to fetch the data and return to you in the form of a list. Correct? First, what I'm doing is list of students. Empty list, man. List of students, creating an empty list. Okay. Now tell me, if this status value is null, what records has to be fetched? All the records. What records has to be fetched? All the records. If that is true or false, based on the true or false, we need to fetch the data. Correct now? Okay. Watch. If status is equals to null, to accept that null, I should use a bool question mark. If status equals to null, if there is a null value, what you are going to do? All the records. You're going to fetch all the records. So you need to write a LINQ query now. You need to write a LINQ query. Okay, just watch it. Where some query is equals to from where? Yes, in DC dot students. What is the DC dot students? Alright, DC dot students is the property what is defined yesterday. Do you remember? It is of type table. See, put your mouse there. You're writing a query on a table, yeah. You're writing a query on a table, but what query? LINQ query, not SQL query. How do you write a LINQ query? From alias in the name of the table. Okay. If you want all the values, simply what you say? Select as. You will fetch all the data. If you want all the values, what do you say? Simply you say select S. But actually, your requirement is you just wanted to fetch the values based on some status value now. Okay. DC dot students where S dot status. Okay. Sorry. Now null means all the records. Yes or not? Null means all the records. If it is all the records, we can simply say select S. It is all the records. What we can simply say select S. Okay. So what is this query going to fetch you? All the records. Are you clearer or not? But what are you expecting actually? What are you expecting actually? We are just trying to get the data based on. We are trying to get the data based on all the student records as it is. We are trying to fetch the data as it is, everything as it is. But what is the return type of your method? Louder. It's a list. It is a list. Last class I said, you remember? Actually, you remember where, guys? Where is implicitly typed. It will automatically convert into the appropriate type. Now, when I write a query on a table, all of you, careful listen. When I write a query on a table, what happens? When you guys are writing a query on a table, what is going to happen is, it returns you back a table. When you write a query on an array, it returns an array back. When you write a query on a list, it returns a list back. When you write a query on a table, it returns a table back. It is also going to do the same thing. You'll be wondering why error is coming there, sir. The error is coming because when you learned LINQ in your C# classes, you learned it, remember? If at all you want to write any queries, you are required to import system.link namespace. You are required to import system.link namespace. So using system.link. Are you people clearer or not? Okay, the query. But now the result, what you're going to get back is going to be different. What is the result you're getting? See, I queryable of a student means what is I queryable? That is also one collection, man. That is also one collection. But what I am expecting is a list. What I'm expecting is a list. Observe it. Put this query in the braces. Yesterday I said you guys, there is a method called toList. You know working with list now? You don't know how to work with iQueryable. Ignore it. None of my business. I have an option toList. Convert it to list or not. Array, this value, don't assign to this. Directly assign after this. Array, return type is list only now. I'm assigning the record to this now. Did you understand me? Else means status is not null. Array, if status is not null, what should happen? All records should come. Right? Okay. Sorry. What should come based on status? Where clause is required? Means I can use the same query as it is here and add a where clause. Where s dot status is equals to status. Is that clear, everyone? Tell me. So in the first case, all the records will come. In the second case, active or inactive records will come. Finally, what you will do? Return students. Actually, one line code, no need this curly braces and all. Let me delete off. Simple. That's it. It's a query. Okay, sir, when we worked with stored procedures also, we written queries only. Where did you write the queries? In the stored procedure. Tomorrow, I want to get the data based on some different conditions now. I require to modify the stored procedure here. But here, you can directly modify your code. You can directly write the queries in your code now. You can directly write your queries in the code. And that too, these queries are not SQL syntax, C# syntax. If you write query in SQL syntax, It won't tell you whether this query is right or wrong. See, when I made a mistake, it is showing an error now. I imported, but if I write SQL query, how do I write double quotes? If there is an error also, it won't tell you. When will it tell you? In the runtime. When will it tell you? In the runtime. If you recollect, LINQ what you learned in C# classes, if you remember, in that LINQ, when I explained about LINQ there, I said one point. I did not explain you in detail there. I said one point there. What is it? Provides compile time syntax checking. Provides compile time syntax checking. But if I heard SQL queries, it's not compile time syntax checking here. When is it? Runtime syntax checking. What is the danger with runtime syntax checking? You know, runtime syntax checking happens every time you run the code. If you run your program 100 times, 100 times it will do. But compile time syntax checking is done only once until the code is converted into CIL. That's all. Once it converted, already compiled now. No need again recompile, no syntax checking required again now. That is the advantage. What do you mean how it works? It'll establish a connection. This is a connection, man. This class is a connection. Yesterday I said you, MVC DB data context internally inherits from data context, and data context class will in turn use connection. ADU.NET connection. Actually, talking about LINQ here, LINQ is built on the top of ADU.NET. LINQ is built on the top of ADU.NET. And what is the advantage with is less code. What is the advantage is less code compared to ADU.NET. Second advantage, object-oriented coding, object-oriented format. So we need to explore that. That's it. How? Right click on this. This is your class, right? Inheriting from louder. Right click on the data context and say go to definition. It'll take you to the data context class. Where is it? System.data.link namespace. So going forward is how you require to learn. No one will help you. No one will help you in learning all. You should. So what is the name? Data context. Data context is the class. And this class is internally using the DB connection. Do you know what is this DB connection? This DB connection is a parent class of all the 4 connections you learned in your C#. What are those? ODBC connection, OLDB connection, SQL connection. Do you find all classes same members or not? Methods in all the 4 classes are same. Recollect yourself, I explained this concept in abstract classes session. This is an abstract class. In this, all the members are defined as abstract and implemented under the 4 classes as per their requirements. So the parent class of all of them is DB connection. And the same DB connection is used here also. Means background code is ADU.NET only here. But I don't require to write the ADU.NET code. I'm going to write pure object-oriented code, and this is going to be converted into ADU.NET and interacts with the database. Why? To make the developer, to make it developer friendly, without like not ADU.NET is not type safe, but LINQ is type safe. LINQ is type safe. ADU.NET queries are all runtime syntax checking, but in LINQ, compile time syntax checking, and gives you a pure object-oriented way to talk. A pure object-oriented way to talk. See, if you want to insert, you want to write insert statement here. Then we'll call a method, insert method. That will insert. I don't require to write insert statement, guys. I require to call a method called as insert. That will insert. Understood? That's a pure object-oriented way to talk. That is the advantage with LINQ compared to ADU.NET. But still one thing, you know, ADU.NET is only faster. Why? LINQ is again talking to ADU.NET and ADU.NET is talking basically, right? ADU.NET is only faster. But if you want RAD means rapid application development, and you want a pure object-oriented mechanism to talk, and you want type safety, and you want compile time syntax checking, with all these benefits, LINQ makes it stronger than ADO.NET. Okay. So without a developer doing all the conversions, what is that? Actual values into, see, if when I'm sending the data to the table, my values should be converted into objects and sent. When I'm receiving, all the values will come as objects. Again, I should convert into my types. All these conversions won't be needed if you are using LINQ. That is the advantage. Okay. Well, guys, this is the get students method. The get students method will get you the appropriate record. Same way. Okay, I used a try catch also here. Let me put it. Already explained you about the try catch to you. So try and put a catch. No need finally now. Why? We did not open a connection at all. Nah? We did not open a connection at all. So when we did not open a connection, there is no need finally. But the same logic we write here also, guys. What? Have a look. I put the whole code in the try catch. Okay, now, if anything wrong, it throws you an exception. Otherwise, it is going to return you the student. Say if all good, students is written. Otherwise, exception. All clear? Same way, can I write another method called get student? What is that? Get student. Okay, let me tell you. Get student. You help me. Get student by one record or multiple records. So what should be the written type? Student here. Student, not students. Public student. Get student. Two parameters here. Int SID bool. And again, I'm telling you, SID is mandatory parameter. Status is optional. Means if I pass only SID, should get me the data based on SID. If I pass both, should get me the data based on both. But you cannot get the data only on status. If you want to get the data only on status, previous method, not this method. This is always single. Single means SID is mandatory now. Okay. Watch. Student. Getting an empty student. Observe this carefully, guys. Again, same story. If that is that try catch, try catch throw ex. All this is same. Now, just to see if status is equals to null. Status equals to null. What should I write? I should write a query, right? Same like the previous example, guys. Student is equals to from yes in DC dot students. Here where S dot SID is equals to SID. Select S. Select S. Error coming. The query is giving an error. I'll tell you. Did you understand the query first? How many records will it fetch you? I asked you this question in the last class also. Do you remember? I'm writing select star from table name. In SQL Server Management Studio, I'm writing select star from table name. It will show you the output in a table format now. I'm writing select star from student where SID is equals to 101. What it will give you? Then also will give you table only. But the table contains only one record. Clear? Do you remember earlier I shown you what is the return type of this? I queryable of student. I means it's a list of student, correct? You want what from that? From this I want one record. Are you clear? Now tell me, should I convert it to list now? Or no need to convert it to list now. I want it to be a student. Okay, very simple, guys. Observe it. Dot. There is a method. What is the method? Single. That single. Put your mouse on that and see the return type. And you're calling this method on I queryable of student. I queryable of student is a list now. Dot single will return you a student now. Understood? In the last example, we used a like zero off. No, direct method is there. Single will give you. See, when I say dot to list, it will convert into list now. But now that capturing is error. For the time being, let us do it like this. Then you will understand much better. Where, simply I'll write like this. Whereas. Okay. So when I call dot to list now, what is going to happen here? What is going to happen in this particular case? It is just going to convert this particular thing into iQueryable. What is it? iQueryable. And the to list will convert into list again now. The to list will convert into list. Initially it is iQueryable. Just a minute. Within the if condition, declarations are not allowed. That is the error. Okay, that's why I commented it. Now see what it is. Watch carefully. It's a collection. What is it? Read it like a collection, guys. It's a collection of student. But what is the collection type? iQueryable. No, I want a list. Okay, then call to list. When I call to list, what is happening? iQueryable converted into list of student now. But when I call dot single, this is how you require to explore. Understood? Am I clear? Now, actually, just to give an idea, I said you, but this is student equal to uncommon if condition. Now, else. What is the difference in else here? Else is also same, but now we need to add a condition there. What condition? And yes dot status is equals to status. Yes dot status equals to status. Are you people clear? There single condition, here two conditions. There only SID, but here SID and status. So this is going to return you the student. Next, return student. Here student. Come on, your methods are ready now. Now tell me, can I come to the controller and call those methods? Tell me, where did you write them? Dal class. Same story. What is it? Create the Dal class instance. Create the Dal class instance. What is the name? Student Dal is equals to new student Dal. Okay, help me. Dal dot. What is it? Dal dot get students of true. I want active records. If you don't want null, pass null, then you will get all records. Pass false, inactive records. Already last class I shown you. Where equals to. What is students? List. Rendezvous method is list. Come here. Help me now. Where student is equals to Dal dot get student. SID. If I pass only SID, it will get me the data irrespective of the status. If I say SID comma true, then active, it will get you active. SID comma false, inactive. SID comma null, irrespective, not all. Irrespective of the status, it will get you based on the SID. SID is mandatory. It can be active also, inactive also. But what I want is only an active record. Okay. What are the next steps, sir? What are the next step, guys? Actually, how many records are there in the table? 6 records, I remember. Actually, one thing, right now already we have developed this application in the previous project. Images and all we uploaded there, but not here now. So right now, when I fetch the data, I'll get the data, no issue, but images won't be loaded. Why? Images are not available here. Okay, so what you will do? Add a folder, name it as uploads. Now add all the images into this. Add existing item. What image? Like images. 6 images, right? Okay. So because that is a separate project, this is a separate project, we are linking them. So we need to copy the images here then. Now, right click, add view, MVC 5 view. All same story. First line, @model. No, it takes a bit time, yeah. Whenever you're using IEnumerable, it takes a little bit time here. Just to don't be confused. Got it. IEnumerable of MVC with LINQ1 dot models dot student. Now create the view. How, sir? How did you create it in the last example? Same view. I said you that code there and I said you, alright, going forward, I again won't repeat you this coding. Yes or not? So I'm not showing you what you'll do. Array, column names. Next, for each loop. In a for each loop, column values now. That is the same old code what we have implemented in our previous example. So you can observe it again. First, I'm having a header text, H2 element. Then I'm using a table. First row, ID, name, class, fees, photo, actions. Next, for each loop, you're required to use a for each loop and fetch the data. Here. See, first one, edit, delete. For delete, on click, clear. Finally, last row you need to add link, add new student. And again, I'm telling you, I won't explain you again and again all these particular things. The same code only. That's the first example only. I said you line by line of each and everything. That is going to repeat in the views. That's it. Going forward, I may use a different tables. Today I'm using a student table. Not always a student table here. Next example, I may say employee table, department table, customer table. I'll use different tables, but this layout is same. Okay, now, if you want, debug your code. Add a breakpoint, add a breakpoint. Okay, we'll do the same thing. What? Go to shared folder, layout. Remove this link, application name. I don't want it. Add a link here. What is that? Student management. Tell me, what is the name of the method? What is the name of the controller? Student. Student is the controller. Got it? Now run. Anyhow, I added 2 breakpoints in the appropriate places. Let it open. You can use anything here, list, whatever it is. IEnumerable is generalized. If it is IEnumerable, anything can be passed to it. I'll show you in the next example. If I use a list also, it has to work. If I pass a table, it has to work. Anything I pass, it should work. Then I should use IEnumerable. So the basic object-oriented programming, man. If at all you want to write a method that can return any type, what will you do? If you want to write a method that can return any type, what will you do? You will take the return type of the method as object. Same way, you want a view that accepts any collection. What you should use? IEnumerable. I asked you to watch that video also. Clearly said you, "Arey, watch that particular video." Student management. There's a breakpoint out. Watch. Same story, man. Calling you. Get students. What are you passing? True. F11. See there. Status is null, not null. Not null. Came to the else part. Query is executing and the data is loaded. See there. We done the same with in the last exam with stored procedures here. Parameter adding, capturing the data, all this again, looping, converting every record into student, adding into list. But see now how simple it became now. Directly what is it returning is list now. Last class it did not return a list here, it returned a data reader. You picked every record, converted into student, added to list again now. But now directly you got list. So directly list is coming back now. So it returns you and that is passed to a view and the view is going to display the data. Watch, you got the same old output what you saw in the previous example. Clear or not? If I don't copy the images, I would have seen no image. Why? Alternate text will come there. Now click on the details. When you click on the details, we did not add a view. What will happen? We'll take the SID as a query string. Remember? Details. And now the SID will come as a query string now. And now it is again going to get student method. See there. SID has a value, but this is null. Sorry, this is a true. This condition, no. Else part. See now it is going to fetch the data based on SID and status now. How many records? One record. How did you say? Dot single. Dot single. The dot single will convert. See? Single record only came now. And that is passed to the view. We did not design this yet here. We did not design it here. We'll get a view engine error. Design has not been done. Let us complete it. What is it? Pass the student. Right click. Add view. MVC 5 view. With what I said here, use empty. And here choose small class. What a small class? Student. Click add. The rest is same. The same old code what I explained you in the last class. Check. Image on the other side. Are you guys clear? Here, if you want, you can show status also. I can show status also. Why? Status is there here. I'm not showing it, but that contains the status also in it. Shall we add the status? 5 now. Okay. What will you do? One more TR. Status. Checkbox for yes. Yes dot. Remember or not? That should be disabled. That should be in a disabled state. Comma. New of. What do you say? Disabled equal to true. Disabled equal to true. And this is going to show you the checkbox here. Understood? Okay. So you can just watch. We'll see that in the MVC core here. Debugging, let me disable. Now go for details. See there, I got the status checkbox also. Click on back. Understood all of you? Clear? Sir, can I add status here also? Yeah, you can. If you want, you can add status here also. But generally, just listen. Status is maintained only for a developer point of view. That should never be shown to end user. Do you catch my point? Why do you have status? Without physically deleting the record, we are going to maintain that particular value. And that is only for application and the developer. That's all. Not for, that's why should never expose the status. Should never expose the status. Status is always behind the screen only. Don't show that status to user at any point of time. Okay? That is why in your notes also anywhere I did not show the status. I will have status only in the background. That's only for my background usage. Clear? What next? Add new student. Okay, we'll do add new student. Right click, add view. What do you want? Oh, I forgot. @ model. This view creation is same text boxes. All the text boxes to create the view. Now also it is same. Verify once. Just a minute. Observe. Open the mouth. Taught you about the encryption type. Have you tested without using encryption type? I said you that only remove the encryption type and see. You'll get null. Even though you select the image also, what will come? Null will come. If you don't add the encryption type. Test man. First. Text box. Again. All these things. And see here also. Status I did not put it anywhere. This one you know. Photo. What is the name? And it's the same name I used already in my code. And the 2 buttons. And bottom. A back button. A back button to go to the main page. Clear? And when you click on this, where will it take you? Add student post. It will take you to add student post. Now come to add student post, guys. Oh, we forgot to write. HTTP get HTTP post. Get and post methods. Now the post method receives all the values now. I hope you remember this code. If selected file not equal to null. What will you do? String folder path is equals to server dot map path / uploads. Again, remember that that slash, if you don't give it, will consider like file. Be careful. Uploads is basically the path. If not directory dot exists, if not existing, what to do? Directory dot create directory folder path. Once created, next what? Save as. What to pass? plus selected file dot file name. Next, student dot photo right is equals to selected file dot. This code is that code only. Yeah, I did again retyped it. That's all. This is the same code I explained you already debugged and shown you. Understood? Okay. So here, what should I do? I need to write my logic here for inserting. I need to write my logic here for inserting. Am I right? I need to write the logic for inserting the record. Okay. But where you write insert logic? Del class. Shall we write the del class code now? Come on, let me take you to the del class now and write one method. I think I named my method as insert student here. Just let me check. I'm just trying to map it correctly. That's all. Here we'll see the method name. No guys, method name is add student. I return a method called as add student. Okay, let me do it. Public void add student. What am I passing to it? Student. Guys, see, no procedure call, nothing. Just observe it. If you want to insert a new record, what is the process? 3 steps. Listen carefully. What is pure object-oriented programming? You'll understand now. See, as per our previous discussion, what we saw yesterday, model is a class here. Yes or not? Means basically representing an entity, we have a class. Representing the entity, we have a class. If there are 10 records, then we have 10 instances of the class. Correct? If we have 10 records, we have 10 instances of the class now. Now, what do you want to do, guys? You want to add a new record. Right now, how many records are there? Louder. 6 records. 6 records means 6 instances. Now you want a 7th record. Think now what to do. Create a new instance now and initialize all the attributes. Are you clear? And already that happened here. The record is created and all the attributes are initialized, guys. Are you following me? And the same record is coming to the del class. So record creation is done now with all the values. Are you clear? Now this record should be added to the table. This record to be added to the table. And what did I say yesterday? What is your table? Students. Perfect. What is your table? Where is that? Del dot, sorry, DC dot. I'll clearly tell you, see, put the mouse is the table. And that is in the form of a property under the class now. So DC dot students dot, there is a method called insert on submit. Simple English, man. Insert on submit. What is it taking? See? Louder. Read the description. Adds a record in a pending insert state. What is that? What is a pending insert state? Yes, guys, pending insert state means it is added in the local copy. It is added in the local copy. That is added in the local copy, basically, not in the database. Then when will it add, save the database, sir? When you commit, commit in SQL, na? DC dot. This will commit the data. That's all over here. Finish. Yeah, that's all. 3 steps. Step 1, create a instance of the model class. Create an instance of the model class and initialize all the attributes. That already happened in the controller. And that object directly came here now. First step over. Second step, call insert on submit method on the table, which will add the record to the table in a pending state. Pending state means added here. Call submit changes, which will commit the changes to database. This is going to commit the changes to the database. Guys, observe. I have given you all the steps to insert a record. You can read. Read from here. Performing CRUD operations. We need to adopt the below process for insert, update, and delete. Steps for inserting. Read it. Create an instance of model class. What's your model class? Student, which is defined representing the student entity table, because each instance is a record. And then assign values to properties, because those properties represent attributes. Attributes in the sense columns now. So what you're required to do? You're required to create the instance. And luckily, that instance got automatically created when I done a model binding to my view. And when I entered all the values, that directly returned to me as one instance now. That instance creation work I did not do, that happened automatically. Okay. I asked you, if you have any doubts, watch the videos now. You go and watch the video. There with Windows programming, their model bindings and all will not be there. You'll find all 3 steps there. Means I have manually created a student instance. Are you clear? But here that step is not required. Why? MVC has a beautiful concept called model binding and name mapping system that creates instance and gives you automatically now. So first step is eliminated. Second step, on the table, remember table is pending state. Pending state may not send to database here, local copy. Last step. For saving the changes to database server. This is going to save the changes. 3 steps for performing the task. Is it clear or not? Understood all of you? That's it. That is the code what you're going to write if at all you wanted to insert a record. Just putting the code in the try catch block, guys. Try, catch, exception, throw, EX. Throw EX. Are you clear? Throw EX. Now come to student controller. Call that method area. Finish. Del dot add student. Student. It'll add you. Okay. Return. Redirect to action. Where it has to take you? Display students. Add a breakpoint here. Come on. Let us run and watch. See, we don't have insert statement here. We have method. Object oriented. Okay. And watch now. Click on add. Load it. This is fine. 107. Okay. Some name. Class 6. Fees 50,000. Choose file. Selecting a file. Click on save. Watch. Actually, put your mouse here and look at all the properties of the student now. Class loaded. Fees loaded. Name loaded. Photo null. Yeah, photo now we will assign. SID loaded. His status is false, you guys. You noticed it? Status is false. Why status is false? Because on the UI, you did not add any checkbox representing the status. Am I correct? If a checkbox is added, user will select it and automatically true will come. But did you add it? No. Shall I add it? Answer. No. Why? 10 minutes back I said here, status is only for my internal usage, but never should be exposed to anyone. So if you don't add, then Boolean will have its default value false. If I insert this record, it will insert the record with false in the table now. Are you getting me? That's why in your application, you need to correct that value to true again. Be careful. Your record change the value to true again. So 2 values should be assigned by us. One is photo, one is status. Anyhow, for assigning photo, logic is already there. Only what is missing is status. So here what should I do? Student dot status is equals to true. Let me stop it because C# changes won't be affected in the runtime. You need to stop and run. Come on, guys. Let me fill. Choose. Save. Observe. Now, you're assigning a photo here, right? So with this, 5 values are filled off. See, the photo is also, status is false. See, or if I send false, it will be false record. And next time we won't get the data now. So what I'm doing here, I am fixing the status now. See now, all 6 values. Instance created and all the attributes are initialized or not. This is only the first step now. Directly this object is coming to the DAL. And what is it doing? Calling insert. This is going to add the record in a pending state now. Okay? Just a minute, guys. This statement will not insert the record. This statement will insert the record. This is in the local. Insert on student will happen in the local, not on the database. When it goes to database, save changes. I'm proving you. See, right now, completed the execution of insert on students now, but record is not in the table. Observe. Oh, sorry, guys. I'll change it. Select star from student. Which database? MVC DB. Okay. Now let me call you insert on submit. Sorry, submit changes. Check. Got it. Right? Check it out. You got your record back. Details. I shown the status here. In the notes, I did not give that. Just given an idea. If you want to show, you can use a checkbox and show that. But don't show that. That is only for internal purpose, not for end user. End user should never see that. Back to student details. What next? Edit. Click on the edit. The record should be edited. Correct? Come on, guys. Let's write the logic. Controller. Done with add. Now it is edit. Edit. What should I do? Where student is equals to dal dot get student SID comma true. Why? Array, edit should display the data to you. So we need to pass the student object to it. For insert, blank view. For edit, with data. It's not a blank view. We need to pass it. Okay? Well, so what should I do? I should pass the student here. But do you remember this? Remember or not? Why should store this in a temp data? Very clearly explained to you. If you don't store this in a temp data, what will happen? Null value will go off to the table if no photo is selected. So if no photo is selected, I should send the old value to the table again. Got it? This is clear now? We will debug here. Everything will debug. Don't worry. Come on. Come to update. Array. Here, that code is same only. Image. Which code? This if condition. Copy the if condition as is and paste here. But here you need to add else if temp data of photo not equal to null. Student dot photo is equals to temp data of photo dot toString. Be careful with these cases and all, yeah. When you're writing, means initially when you're creating the temp data, you write in lowercase. Again, here you write in uppercase, it won't work. These are the mistakes what you generally make. Make sure case sensitive condition checks. Okay. Well, guys, what next? What next? The values came here now. And here also we need to do this again, guys. What do you know? Array, this code is as same as insert here, only this is extra. This is extra, that's all, but remaining code is same only. Okay. Then here you need a method now. You need a method where? Del class. Okay, we'll write the method. Redirect to action. Where it has to take? Display students. Display students. And now here you need a del class method to be called now. Come on, let's write the method. Public void. I think I written the method as update student. Add, yes, update. Update student. What should I pass? Student. Guys, all of you, carefully listen to me. Just carefully listen to me here. Okay, a little bit. What do you want to do? Insert of data. Sound is not coming. Update. You want to insert means you'll create a new instance. But if you want to update, should I create a new instance? No, what should I do? I need to talk in object-oriented programming. If you're inserting, you'll create an instance. You're updating now. You're updating, you need a pointer to that existing record now. Array, not record, instance. 7 records are 7 instances. You need a pointer to that instance. How do you get? Array, new instance is a new record now. What you'll do? What you'll create? A brainless fellows. Reference. I'm clearly telling you now, pointer to an instance. In object-oriented programming, you learned already. What is a pointer to an instance? Reference. What's a reference? A reference is a pointer to an instance. We have an instance. For that, we'll create a reference. We modify the reference that will affect the instance. Even in C# classes in the ATM example, I shown you that. What is that? Reference will be on the client computer. Instance will be on the server computer. You do anything here that will reflect the instance now. So now tell me, should I create a new instance? No, we should create a reference to an existing instance. Guys, we need to create a reference to an existing instance. How, sir? Watch. Watch it carefully. tc.students means I'm referring to the table. Dot, the same method here is single. But now it's a parameterized. Earlier we called a non-parameterized single method. Now it's a parameterized single method. How do we use it? You know, yes. Yes means your student. Lambda expression, yes dot SID is equals to student dot SID. Can you understand the statement? All of you. I'll tell you in simple words. Tell me, I want to get a record with the, I want to get a student with the student ID 105. Can you tell me a SQL query? Tell me. Select star from student. Can I write like this? Student yes, where yes dot SID is equals to 105. You're clear now? Guys, I don't require, this is enough to me. This is enough to me, but I should write this in C# syntax. Yes, lambda expression, yes dot SID, C# 105. Did you guys understand? I don't require all this nonsense here. This is enough to me. That only we done. What is yes? Put your mouse there. It'll show you student S. In your query, you written student yes. Directly yes is student S. The lambda expression is like a where operator now. Yes dot SID is equals to 105 is static value, not 105 na. Which record you are trying to update? That record now. Are you clear? So this is going to get you a reference of which type? Student type. This contains old values and new values. Louder, old values. Shall I name it like this? Student. Did you catch my point? What about this, sir? This is new student. Yeah, this is new. This is new values. Okay. So that's why here I'll say new student. Or otherwise, if you want to be more clearer, I'll say new values. Here I will say, understand new values that contains new values in it. This contains old values in it. So what is the first step to update a record? The first step is you need to create a reference. You need to create a reference. Are you clearer or not? Not a instance. For insert, instant. How to create a reference, sir? To create a reference, you can use any of these 4 methods. Read that point. Update. Create a reference of model. Here, create an instance of model. Create a reference of model. That has to be updated by calling first or. All these methods will get you the reference. You need to call this method on the table now. Got it? Now tell me you have one with old values now, one with old values. The second step is, see, in update, what I taught you in ADO.NET here, all the old values should be overridden with the new values. Where are the old values? In this. Where are the new values? In this. Override then. Old values dot name is equals to new values dot name. Everything. Class. Next, fees. Okay, what next? Photo. Tell me, can we update ID? I skipped it. Can we update status? No, sir. Status also cannot be updated. Yes or not? Tell me correct or not. Status also. This is also not required. Only 4 can be updated. What are the 4? Name, class, fees, photo. So what is the second step, guys? Reassign values to properties of reference so that old values get changed to new values now. You're doing a reassignment. Last step is same now also. What is that? Commit. Call submit changes. How to call tc dot submit changes. But what is the pain here, you know? Tomorrow if you have 30, 40 columns, I need to do all the assignments again. This problem was resolved in the next version. LINQ to entities. LINQ to entities. There will write only one line code. There we write only one line code. You have 100 columns also, just one line code. But see, ADO.NET, from there we came to LINQ. Reduces the work. Now go to NT framework. Still reduced. Still reduced work. No need to write these queries also like that. I'll show you. That will be still beautiful. Very simple code. Okay. So now it is going to update you the data for you. Again, try catch exception ex throw ex. Tell me now, am I updating the status? Louder. When I don't update the status, when I come to here, is this statement required here? Not required. Why? Anyhow, you're not updating now. Why you want to? False will be there. Even false also no problem because I won't update it now. What is the old value? True. True will be true only. And if you don't override, old value will be same. No. So no need to bother. Now call del dot update student. Adding a breakpoint, guys. Okay. Run. Watch. Student management. We will edit this record here. This should be 60,000 here. It is 50,000. It is 60,000. I want to modify this one. I can modify whatever I want now. Okay. Go to edit. See now. The photo. What is the photo? Image 7.jpg stored in the temp data now. Return view and a view log. Oh, we did not create a view, guys. Sorry. We forgot this. Add view. Forgot. @model. MVC with link one dot student. And guys, do you remember I said you add and edit views are same only? Only one difference is two differences. One is text box will be non-editable, and two is under image we will show the image also there. For edit add we don't show. For edit we'll show the old image, so the user can change the image if required. Edit. Forgot. I should add it. What? New of @ is equals to true. @ read only is equals to true. Why I did not add here? Okay. Some changes are there here. After the class is done, I'll update the notes, download the latest copy. Okay, I'll update it immediately. Download the latest copy. Yeah, student management. Edit. Observe it. Yeah, you're going to launch the view. This is non-editable. Now you can modify whatever you want. I want to change the name here, something. Whatever you want, change it, James. Face 60,000. Photo, I'm not touching that. They add a breakpoint here, fine. Update. See guys, it won't go to the if condition now. Why? Image is not selected. Now temp data has a value? Yes or not? Came. That's a see, student, watch it. Your student model, again the two things are missing. What is missing? Photo is missing, status. This status, ignore it because we are not going to update it. But photo, null. Photo is null, see. Are you people clear? Photo value is null. So now this is going to be filled with the old photograph. What is the old photograph? Image. If you select a new image, it'll come with a new photograph. Otherwise, old photograph. Next. Update. Now see, a reference is created. Watch it, all of you. All your old values are present here. Checkman. What is fees? What is the name? Old values. Okay. See now on the left hand side, you have old values. What is the name? Venu. New value, James. Class 6. Here also 6. Fees 50,000. But here 60,000. Photo image 7. Here also image. So where modifications are not there, old values are overridden with old values. Where modifications are there, old values are overridden with the new values. See now, it's modifying all. Right? Before you call submit changes, check it out whether all the values are perfect or not. Name is James C. Status, we did not touch it. Old status is true only. So even though we don't modify that also, it will be true only. Finish. Check. Updated. Clear? Now you click on it, delete. What should happen? Record should be deleted. That's it now. Yes or not? You want to delete it permanently or want to change the status? Just changing the status only na. Then the code should be same like your update only then. Think here that same could be same like update only then. Why will the code change now? So what can I do, guys? Copy this, paste here, rename it as. Now tell me, what are you passing? Only SID, int SID, correct? Now come here. Old values is equals to DC dot student dot single. Why all this needed? No, directly SID is available now. Directly assign the SID. Okay. Now you don't require all these things. What you require, old values dot is equals to, that's all. The old value is true. Now I'm checking false. Only one update now. That's all, huh? And that updates the record to you. That updates the record to you. Now come to controller. Help me. Del dot delete student. What should I pass? SID. Del dot delete student, pass the SID. Add a breakpoint. If you know update, delete code is also same now. Sir, if you want to delete the record permanently, that question also we need to raise now. If you want to delete the record permanently. What are the steps to update? Tell me once. First step, create a reference. Second step, overwrite the old with new. Third step, submit changes. Now you want to delete now, permanent deletion. Create a reference, same. In the place of overriding the values, call a method delete on submit. Just like you called insert on submit. Now it is delete on submit. Last step is same again. Last step is same again now. Okay, just watch. We'll show you that also. I'll call delete. Are you sure? Yes, I am. So coming here, jumping here. See guys, old values contains the status value as a true. Right? Now I am overriding it. So the status value change it to false. Clear? Call the submit changes. And that is submitted now. 102. And go to database and see. Understood? Do you want to see a permanent deletion? If you want a permanent deletion here, don't write this. What you will do, you know? DC dot students dot delete on submit. The old values is nothing but a old record. That will permanent delete. That will do a permanent delete. Run and see. It will do a permanent deletion. Just that second line will change. If it is a update, if you want to change the status, code will be like update. If you want to completely delete, code will be like insert. But method name is insert on submit, delete on submit. Check. 107 shall I delete? Okay. Look guys, going here, finding the old, calling delete on submit, and see the record is not still deleted. Submit changes. Delete it. You'll see the new. Understood? See the steps to delete, all of you. Same steps here, just like update only. Look at the second step, that's all. Array, this is same like our insert second step. Third one you don't require to remember here. Third step is same for all three. What is that? Submit changes. For insert, create an instance. Let us forget the third one. Two steps only. For insert, create an instance, call insert on submit. Delete, create a reference, overwrite the old values. Update, I'm sorry, for update, delete, create a reference and call delete on submit. Repeat, insert, create an instance, call, insert on submit, update, create a reference, overwrite the old with new, delete, create a reference, call delete on submit. For all the three, one thing is common. What is it? Submit changes, which will commit you the data. Are you people clearer or not? Understood? Are you clear? Practice it here. Again, I'm telling you, you're putting blank faces and I'm telling you, I already explained all this UI designing code for you there. And still I see blank faces. Have you not completed your practice yet? Done or not? Complete this also. Tomorrow, we will write the same example another time with the stored procedures. What is the benefit, you know? No need DAL class. No need. DAL class is not required. Only controllers, views. That's all. You can skip off the DAL class when you have stored procedures. We'll see that in the next class. Again, the views will be same. What will I change? I will completely skip the DAL code now. In the DAL, we are calling DAL class methods now. We'll directly call stored procedures now. We'll directly call up the stored procedures. Still simplified version. Are you clear? Before that, complete this practice. Let me stop it. We'll meet tomorrow. ఎక్కడ